Okay, so who the hell am I and what am I doing here? So hello, my name is Lucy Baker, also known as Lucy Stitches, affectionately online and by all my friends. And I post about sewing, about the costumes I've made. I love fantasy, medieval, pre-Raphaelite, historical clothings and all forms of costuming. So I've been posting on social media for about 5 years, documenting my sewing journey from age 13 to now age 18. So I've never done YouTube because, quite frankly, I was scared. I was scared of it, it freaks me out, it still freaks me out. I don't know what I'm doing, this is terrifying. But I thought I'd introduce myself. So like I said, my name's Lucy, I'm 18 years old. I started sewing, or at least sewing with a machine, when I was 13 years old. The first costume I ever made was Anne Boleyn from Six the Musical. Now, it's very poorly constructed, okay, but I was 13, the first time I'd used a sewing machine, with no guidance, no hope, just a 13-year-old girl and a dream. It was the middle of lockdown, the height of 2020. I had nothing better to do. And now, in about 3 months' time, I'm going to university to study costume. So that's crazy to me. My dream is slowly becoming a reality. And I thought, well, I've already been documenting this process on Instagram and TikTok, by which you can find me under the same name if you're so inclined. But I thought, yeah, I'd say hello. Hello! A little bit about me. Obviously, sewing is my thing. I love fantasy. Fantasy is my favourite genre. I love to read. You can't see right now, but just to my left and just behind you are a myriad of books, most of them being fantasy. A bit of history in there, a few classics, some sewing books, but ultimately fantasy is my favourite genre, both in literature as well as film and TV. I just love it. I grew up on BBC Merlin, I grew up on Narnia. Oh my goodness, if you need to know me, you need to know I love Narnia. Kind of one of my things, it's one of my big things. That, and I love ladybirds. There's loads of lore behind that, which I'm not gonna get into in this video, but trust, it's there. So the reason I've started this account is I wanted to share some sort of longer form videos of how I've made my dresses, which I will show on screen right now. So as you can see, lots of fancy dresses. I started off, I learned how to sew through doing historical, no I did not, that is a lie. I learned how to sew through recreating my favourite Narnia dresses. Lucy Pevensie is my favourite character in all media. I love her, she's my girl. Obviously my name is Lucy, so growing up as a small little English child, seeing that character, I've got 2 older sisters, so I'm also the youngest, and I get brutally bullied by them. Being the youngest, also called Lucy, I always wanted to find that magical land in my wardrobe. Unfortunately, that has yet to come into fruition, but she is my favourite character, and those costumes are fundamental in my sewing journey, because without them, I would not be here where I am today. I would not be going away to university in 3 months' time to study my dream course to hopefully make my dream a reality. I believe in pursuing your passions. Obviously, that's why I'm doing it. And I just sort of want to share that with people. If you're interested, you can stick around, you can subscribe. What am I really going to be doing on this account? I'm going to be hopefully breaking down how I've made some of my costumes, of my favourite costumes, answering any questions, trying to help people with their sewing, sort of like fantasy-based videos, also historical. I'm really wanting to get into historical construction, especially things like Tudor, Edwardian, Victorian, oh my gosh, Italian Renaissance. So yeah, that is what this account is for. If that is of interest to you, stick around. If it isn't, it's been a pleasure knowing you for this short, I don't know how many minutes I've been talking for. So hopefully I'll see you again soon, but bye for now, and keep sewing.